quick first blood for HellRaisers, so that's a good start. Especially for Funnick, who's the one to claim that extra gold. But the Enigma matchup against what I think is probably the best carry to farm Eidolons. Troll is really good at it.
Yep. It feels like, yeah, you're not going to get a chance to have them replicate at all on the creep wave. Nyx can just, yeah, throw his Whirling Axes and then get in close for the melee ones. And I think that Troll pick should have been telegraphed too. They had the Oracle, you're looking for that Oracle partner, the Death Prop was banned. I think it was at least fairly apparent they were going to go for it, but I guess OG felt like Enigma was going to fit this game regardless.
And I wonder what the Oracle is going to do. Looks like he could probably just play safe lane and entirely focus on stacking. He certainly, I don't think he'll be needed a whole lot in that bottom lane, especially since the Enigma is already taking away some experience out of the lane. Better just let the Troll get solo.
Yeah, I think the main thing you want to do is try and get some pulls off to pull the wave back. Otherwise, Midwine will just get too many denies off. And I think generally in a 2v1 or even a 2v2 against Enigma, you need to use those pull camps. But Bane's already rotated bottom, and No-Tail's going to be looking to probably body block and even maybe ward block some of these camps, because without pull camps against Enigma, the Troll is just going to lose a lot of farm, even if he can deal with Eidolons.
Yeah, this is a good game plan, especially with the boots first.
Yeah. He's just going to look to mess with them as much as possible, block the small camp, and
Roger doing something similar here, spotted by Saksa, so he'll take some damage as he meanders on out of here. I think the Batrider matchup against the Void Spirit is pretty good too. I know you can win that matchup in the mid lane in a 1v1, so Dissimulate only takes you so far away. So Funnick's always going to be able to keep running at him, and as you can see here, the Fissure allowing him to close that distance, might just be able to get the kill. One last shot underneath the tower, he gets it, Funnick. Now the question is he going to die on his way out? He will, but well worth the exchange.
Yep. That's a second kill for him. Saksa gets some nice XP for it, but Funnick will be more than okay with that exchange, and I believe he did spend his money before going down as well.
And our panel said that like the earliest power spike is going to be dependent on Sumail, and him getting his level 6, he's the biggest playmaker. Oh, No-Tail! Is that a miss? I think he may have missed because of the melee Whirling Axes, or maybe just didn't get the attack out. Either way, No-Tail fails to be able to get the kill on the courier and will die himself instead.
Killing those couriers can be so big.
Another one, Saksa gets run over by the Funnick Batrider. CIS Batriders, man, you gotta watch out for him, and Funnick is certainly one of the best.
Yeah, I absolutely love this hero, and Funnick's having a good start. There's a bit of an XP advantage going Sumail's way. I like what Saksa's done, which is not leech much experience. He's level 2.5, but that's mostly because of that kill they got. For the most part, he's just playing over in the side, giving Sumail solo XP, since Void Spirit is one of those heroes that does more with levels than farm.
Our mid lane matchup, the Furion versus the Monkey King, I don't even think that is bad at all for HellRaisers. Monkey King can probably farm the occasional Treant, but considering the lane dominator that Monkey King can be, I think you're going to be pretty happy with Kasani, as once again, they run down top lane, even Sumail quite low. Looks like Roger is not going to be able to get that kill, though, and now it's going to be 2 dead on the side of HellRaisers, instead of vice versa as it was before. Okay.
Well, they get outplayed there. Sumail able to turn it around on them, and they just got way too aggressive. Shaker and Bat feeding away. I think they really, like, Funnick's still just level 2. I think you need at least a second point in the Firefly or Napalm, whichever it is. I think usually you see the Firefly nowadays, but without that second point, it's just the damage output wasn't there.
Yeah. Maybe in part because Funnick did die earlier. They weren't really that aware of how underleveled he was. Just gotta take your time and just pressure naturally, and it feels like they reached a little bit too far. If Sumail was level 4 and had Aether Remnant, then I think Funnick could have died again.
Yep. A lot of pressure onto this Batrider lane. He's got a salve here, but he's going to have to chew through this regen, and it feels like OG have a really good stranglehold on it now. The 2 points in Shadow Strike makes it very hard for Batrider to play. And it's kind of clever. They put the Queen of Pain in the safe lane, put No-Tail in the offlane, because Shadow Strike very good against Batrider, a hero that relies purely on his mobility.
Yeah, certainly. Mixed in with that constant harassment damage means Funnick may not feel super great. And he's always able to spam it out thanks to the stacks that Sticky Napalm has to offer. Nice pull of the hard camp creep, and with the Earthshaker away, this pull will succeed. Funnick not going to be there to intercept it because the Earthshaker currently making a rotation kind of mid lane, but leaves Funnick alone. He's going to be caught by the Aether Remnant. Smail has to play on the edges of this fight. Can't fully commit to the kill onto the Bat Rider because of 4 Sticky Napalm stacks, now 5. So he does not chase. Funnick will actually TP all the way back to the base. So that's pretty successful. I mean, just forcing him out of lane is good enough.
Yeah, they're crushing it. It's like you say, it's good enough. If anything, I'd say it's probably just as good as getting the kill. You kill him, he respawns, he TPs back to lane. He's effectively gone for just as long.
He's gonna get both, isn't he? No tail, a double courier kill.
Huge.
Damn. That's like almost 500 gold. That'd be like something like 480 gold or something like that.
That's a lot of gold for 5 minutes in the game. That's like 2 hero kills worth of gold.
Thompson takes a Wrath of Nature to the face, but he does manage to get his stacks up. He turns and throws the Boundless Strike at the creep wave to try and heal up as possible, but it's not quite enough. He's still beaten down by Kasani with the help of the Earthshaker.
Too many tower shots hitting him, unfortunately. Saxa, I love what he's doing. He's just he knows this Bat Rider's game is ruined, and he only can cut waves here, so he's just gone to mess with him. Unfortunately, with full napalm stacks, he's forced to back off, and I believe he may have lost vision, but he'll go back to Funnick now.
Trying to run him down. The melee whirling axes do connect, and No Tail dies to the burst of the Purifying Flames. Nyx hoping to keep that siege wagon alive for as long as possible.
Yeah, Sumail, absolute free lane, already hit level 6, so here's that first power spike. He can rotate other lanes, but I think he's also just as happy to keep on bullying Funnick, who's only level 3.
Yeah, now this matchup, super easy for the Void Spirit with the added mobility.
Funnick may just be dead here.
And
he went for another wave pull and easy kill.
I cannot believe they went from getting that those early kills. First blood for a Bat Rider, then they get a second kill on Sumail in that lane, and then it just all falls apart. Roger, completely given up on it, is playing more to the bottom lane, where they did manage to kill mid one and tried to chase down the Bane as well, but he gets away into the river.
Yeah, I think once that top lane started going poorly, the Shaker maybe needed to be the one just pulling some waves, but turns out Queen of Pain, a very good safe lane support as far as punishing heroes trying to pull waves, especially the Bat Rider, as we've seen. So really tough game for Funnick, who's probably just going to be forced to jungle at this point.
Body blocked with the Trans Thompson, unable to get on top of Kasani's Nature's Prophet, so Roger is going to be the target instead. Very likely dead here. Turns around, gets off the Fissure to try and delay, but that's all it is. It's a stall. Eventually he will die here, adding a 5th kill to OG, and maybe a bit of pressure on this mid tower in the process.
Funnick's probably a little relieved. His lane frees up a bit, but Thompson's diving into the enemy jungle, finds Kasani. Has Bane behind him.
He did have teleports, but because the Bane is so close, felt like he had to run instead. And these damn couriers, man, nobody's protecting them, even though that was a flying one. Nyx runs it right past Thompson.
Yeah, I think No Tail giving him a little poke and a reminder like, hey, thanks for the couriers, guys, with that tip.
Yeah, you guys got to pay better attention to those.
I think the good news for HellRaisers, we're focusing a lot on the Bat Rider's poor game, is how well they've done bottom with the Shaker kind of giving up on the Bat Rider's lane. They've very much punished mid one, and he's not level 6 yet. Has got his Necrobook. So that's the nice thing I think about Enigma, is that even if you have a tough lane, you're always going to be able to catch up and just farm away in the jungle. And it is overall a pretty decent Enigma game.
Do you think it's going to be worthwhile pressuring that Enigma, though? Because as you said, he can recover, and I feel like the playmakers are the Void Spirit and the Monkey King, and those guys are having great games.
I don't think it's like necessarily the right call, but perhaps once they dove the tower and gave those 2 kills, maybe they said no better option.
Yeah, that could be it.
They kind of just shot themselves in the foot by misplaying their lane and decided, okay, this lane's lost now. The best thing I could do may be just going bottom. It's hard to say, because I think by then neither Roger nor Funnick could wave cut because Queen of Pain was like already level 3.
I have vision of him. Thanks to that cliff ward, Kasani.
Yep.
He's not going to directly show like, hey, I've got vision of you or anything. And he does step a little bit close to Thompson, but Only 3 stacks thanks to the Fisher. The Wrath of Nature comes out. You can see Thompson trying to dodge the damage by turning into a tree there. But don't think he succeeded. No tail, he's going to be caught. A Purifying Flames, another one would finish him off, but they don't want to dive too deep into the tower area. Saksa, he's going to wrap in from behind. They still have the Black Hole ready to go for mid one as well. So Troll, he's going to separate himself, say, see you later, Maposhka. I appreciate your sacrifice, but Sumail almost got in front of the Troll. Still managed to pull him back with the Aether Remnant underneath the tower, though. Nyx pops his ultimate. There goes that Black Hole, instantly stopped by the 4-man Fisher. Nice hit, Nyx. He turns, now going to Saksa, the Nightmare, helping to prevent Sumail from being targeted down. He dissimulates farther downwards. Kasani spots him, though, with the help of Roger. They do get that core kill. 1 for 2 with the Black Hole being used. Not terrible for HellRaisers, but sure they wish it'd been a little bit better. If the Troll had lived, it would have been great.
Yeah. Nice Fissure. Fortunately for mid one, he maybe saw the Shaker a bit too late. Could have tried to get both of them in the Black Hole, but good play from HellRaisers, just committing the numbers in. While all this is going on, Funix getting some nice recovery time up top. He's been in an empty lane, essentially, for the last couple of minutes. So he's up to level 7 now. He's been able to farm the wave as well as the jungle. And his game is back intact.
Oh,
until
but
this
now
happens.
he's dead. Funix going to be caught with the Aether Remnant setup. Saksa, that Shadow Strike strikes once again. 9-8, 2,000 net worth lead for OG now.
Roger bottom. They've set up. Thompson's ready to dive for this one.
One of the scary things, Roger here hears the noise. It's coming for him. Thompson's Monkey King is on his way. It's behind the tower, but here comes Kasani and Maposhka. Now they've got the lockdown. Thompson, you have overstepped myself, my friends. You are going to get hit by the Echo Slam. Purifying Flames and the extra magic damage. That's enough. Thompson goes down, overextending and diving too deep for kills.
That's the way Thompson loves to play. He's always prioritizing going for hero kills and creating space on the map. Definitely a game where they don't have that hard carry to back him up. It is a Void Spear in the safe and Enigma in the offlane. They've got 2 good farming cores that can utilize this space well, but I think OG as a team need to be kind of all playing that aggressive behind Thompson.
Mid one. So they had some sort of vision. Yeah, they had a war that was around this triangle area. But at the same time, Funix ties to a Fiend's Grip at top, so...
I don't know, Funix having a really off game, I think.
Yeah.
Like, he got all that recovery time, and you got to expect, okay, at some point, like, after that fight bottom when they respawn, like, he sees their respawn timers, and then it's just like Void Spirit respawns, instantly TPs top and kills them. Like, you got to expect that kind of play.
Roger doing a good job landing these stuns onto Sumail, and he's actually helped out by Maposhka. So he will survive through that. Next time, though, going to be real hard to survive against the Void Spirit, because he almost has his Aghanim Scepter done.
This is probably one of the most insane Ags upgrades in the game. It's so impactful. You're playing against Oracle, so really good if you just want to dive the backlines, kill that Oracle to start off a fight as well. I like this pickup a lot for Sumail.
Yeah, and it even, like, it has this huge timing early when you get it because of the added damage even, but the silence is immense because nobody has any sort of dispels or BKBs yet. And on top of that, you get a level 15 talent that buffs up the damage. Resonant Pulse damage gets buffed up, and then applies to both charges.
Yep. And it feels like HellRaisers, going for a greedier approach, have got a Battle Fury queued up on the Troll Warlord, so they're not looking to match OG's aggression or be ready to fight them. If anything, it looks like they're thinking they can just stall and hold out to the late game, but not sure I'm a big fan of this. When Kasani on the mid-profit, he's gone for this fast mech treads. Like, I don't have any problems with his build, but if anything, I think the Troll should be trying to match that pace. Funix he's rushing a Blink Dagger after his slow start, so...
Some sort of like Maelstrom or SNY build instead of the slower Battle Fury.
SNY, used to see a bit of Diffusal. I'm not not a big fan of the Diffusal, but anything that's just, a bit more early game centric. I think SNY sounds great. But I guess the plan is more to do like this 4 protect 1 where the 4 heroes will be very active and ready to fight while Troll just farms away.
You know, a buff. Oh, Funix, he knows. He must have heard something. Thompson, he's going to be found here. Managed to get off his ultimate, but the lasso awaits him. He's going to pull him out of the Wukong's command, and to his doom, Thompson burns in the trees. I was going to say this matchup is better for the Monkey King than it used to be, because you no longer have flying vision as Batrider. You just fly. That's all. But seems like Funix still had an idea of Thompson being around.
Still find him and get the kill. OG seems like they're waiting for this Ag Scepter on Sumail before they play around Thompson, because that's like Thompson's just kind of being by himself down this bottom lane, creating a lot of room. Like it does take several heroes to actually kill him.
There it is. The Aghanim Scepter is on its way. Sumail really wants to fight this. That's where the rest of OG, they're coming in. They hit the Fiend's Grip. Eat the Remnant, but there's going to be safe from the Oracle. Immediately popped into that black hole. Canceled by the Fisher, though. And plenty of time. Nice Echo Slam with the Eidolons there. It tears OG apart. They take down 3. Even the End, Bane, and Monkey King are both going to go down. That's 4. Almost a wipe with HellRaisers. Using very little and losing nothing.
Huge from Roger. The Fissure to cancel the hole into that Echo Slam. Absolutely devastating stuff. We'll see it again here. Mid one. He tried to get the Oracle in that black hole, I want to say. It looks like he was going for the 2-hero black hole. Even if he hit the Oracle, it wouldn't matter because the Shaker was in position to cancel it regardless. And Sumail's Ags didn't actually arrive. It was still... I saw Kura coming out. I thought it was his, but it was someone else's. His Ags was still another 10-15 seconds away. I think OG definitely should be waiting for that item before they even consider a fight like that.
Yeah, what a difference that could be, being able to hit that AoE silence, maybe in the Oracle, maybe stopping the Troll from activating his ultimate. Yeah, hunting down this Oracle has got to be of top priority, because he's got 2 different dispels if he goes on anybody else. Yep. Popped him over to the other side of the Fissure, straight into the lasso. I love good Batrider players, because they make that Flame Break bounce into lasso look so clean.
It's like they're one spell rather than 2 separate spells.
Yeah.
That's nice. And Thompson, ooh, looking at his game and his score, 0-5-1. He's just not being able to find a way to impact this game yet.
They know, but mid one, he also seems to know that they know. So he TPs away, and HellRaisers in a fruitless attempt to find him. Yule Scepter for the Queen of Pain.
Yep. Seems like for OG the plan is to play Thompson more as this hard carry. He has a Radiance queued up. Very annoying item for the Troll to have to deal with, since he does not like building any kind of MKB type item. We'll have a BKB at some point to deal with that mischance.
Yeah, it seems like Plan A did not go so well, right? Just kind of running around, hope to kill them enough that you take objectives and get a net worth lead. That definitely got stopped in his tracks. And now it's time for Plan B, which is Monkey King carry against a Troll. I know where my money's going to be on. It's going to be on HellRaisers.
Saxa, fortunately, pops the smoke in a position where Batrider did not have vision on it, of him, because that was Funnick's blink timing. He smoked up immediately with this blink, but instead they found mid one, so perhaps a bigger kill for them to get. It's the core hero, and HellRaisers are... They're online on 4 heroes. These 4 heroes are more than ready to all fight. The Blink Shaker, the Blink Bat. Kasani's got an Orchid to go with his mech now in the Nature's Prophet. Oracle's just level 6, so...
They almost have the Battle Fury for Nyx, so he's going to be stronger in team fights, but then also his farming is really going to amp up while Thompson is still working on his big farming item in the Radiance. We do have a potential game changer, though. Mid one has the Blink Dagger. He may have died, but he purchased it before he went down. So it's all up to him. He's going to have to change this game, because now Sumail, he's going to be caught, bursted pretty quickly. That was a nice sleep. Isn't enough to be able to save Sumail. He dissimulates into the river, jumps, but no. Caught by the Purifying Flames from the high ground from Maposhka. Says, you're not getting away.
Valiant effort from the Bane to save him, but ends up just giving them an extra +1 kill. HellRaisers bringing the numbers, and speaking of numbers, Saxa does not want to sit around too many creeps up top. A potential Blink Echo Slam awaits him. Next creep wave is coming.
Oh, jump in, Echo with the wave. Kasani, were you even really needed? I guess he was needed to take the last hit.
Yeah, he's like, of course, got to pad my stats. 7-0-9, by the way. This Nature's Prophet has been everywhere this game.
Beastly, man. I gotta remember this. Kasani and Nature's Prophet. He's been doing really well. Feels like there's not a ton of really standout hero player preferences on HellRaisers. I can't really think of any heroes that I'm like, oh yeah, this hero for HellRaisers, that's really good. Yeah. Besides like Funnick heroes, I guess.
Yeah, Funnick's been around a while, but like even Nyx has been on this HellRaisers team for a little while now, and Kasani, and like you say, they haven't had like 1 or 2 specific heroes they've spammed and won lots of games on. But into the Roshan pit. HellRaisers feeling very confident and good about where this game stands right now, and particularly the map control. They have so much vision around the Dire jungle and around this Roshan area that they just say, this is a free Rosh.
This also offsets the black hole a bit, right? Because now, with a troll having that Aegis, even if he does get caught, some sort of terrible scenario, they have that extra life. OG, unlikely to be able to win any team fights the next 5 minutes, especially if they get picked off like this. Samael found by Kasani and Funnick. Funnick may not have had a good laning phase, but he is rotating like a Batrider pro that he is.
Yeah, this game's just been tough for Sumail. It feels like he's kind of almost on his own, where him and Saxa, it feels like, are the ones like all over the place setting up kills, but then, you know, while HellRaisers have 4 heroes ready to fight and create space for Troll, Sumail's probably looking around like, who's doing the same? Like, can we fight as 4 or fight as 5? It just feels like the 3 cores of OG have not played together at all, really, this game. And nor has, like, mid one ever really been ready to fight. It seems like Thompson's just been in catch-up mode since he died a few times by himself bottom, so OG just not looking synced up like their usual selves this game.
You know, Nature's Prophet, inherently, he doesn't bring the greatest team fight. Wrath of Nature has gotten buffed up, so it's better than it used to be. But the biggest contribution Furion brings to the team fights is just having a net worth lead on people. And he is fully kitted up for team fights now with a BKB and a mech. Those are some serious contributions. He's big.
I think the other always important contribution is he's at every team fight. I think a lot of heroes can sometimes struggle to, you know, there's going to be a fight you maybe miss, or you're just slightly, like, you farm 1 too many camps. Nature's Prophet, he'll always be there. And HellRaisers able to have the Nature's Prophet farming, pushing bottom lane, farming the jungle, while 4 heroes group at the top lane. And now they're ready to play around Nyx on the Troll Warlord. He's online with the Aegis. That's the Battle Fury. He's grabbing a bunch of mangoes. He found the mango tree up here by the tier 2 tower.
So a lot of great things going for HellRaisers. What does OG do during this timing, in your opinion?
I think they split push. They kind of ratted up a bit. This Radiance doesn't allow you just suddenly team fight. They definitely don't take full-on 5v5s and fight into the Aegis. As much as it's maybe a bit counterintuitive to not want to try 5v5 with a Blink Black Hole, I don't see a world where mid one gets off a team fight winning Black Hole until he has BKB.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing just what you're saying, right? They dodge away from the troll in the fight at top lane, and they're trying to bait out the picks in mid or bottom. You've got No Tail playing behind Samael, hoping that there's going to be that, like, Batrider who's caught Samael before. Instead, he'll turn around, catch the Batrider with the Fiend Script. Maybe they get a fast pick off there. They kind of rotate into mid, but there, it's the Furion with BKB, where you kind of need Fiend Script to initiate in order to kill him.
Yeah, they're setting several traps like you're describing around the map, and it's just, yeah, they're hoping they probably think, okay, it's a matter of time before one of them succeeds, and if not, well, at least we're getting some farm. Sumail was, you know, farming and pushing out the wave bottom. You've got Enigma who's farming top. Thompson's in the jungle. They're getting closer to some of these next item timings. The Radiance almost completed, and I think most importantly, the BKB of Enigma, about 1,700 gold away.
Now here does come that rotation. Saxa, though, he had a bit of an alert system, as that high ground vision meant the Wrath of Nature pinged him, and he immediately blinked away. He was like, oh shit, they've got vision here. Get me out.
But HellRaisers' game plan is very simple. Just go from tower to tower. As a team, there's nothing OG can do. You're not afraid of the team fight. Just have Shaker positioned to fissure cancel any kind of a black hole, and take what kills you can get. It's Thompson.
Thompson with that Radiance pickup too. Just immediately dies. And we say this about Wraith King, the same has got to be true for Monkey King. Just because you have Radiance, it's not like all of a sudden you can win fights. You got to get that next item. You got to get like that BKB or something before you can take a full 5-on-5.
Yeah, it seems like he's going to, at least for now, queue up a Manta style, wanting some extra illusions to send around the map to farm with that Radiance. And I don't think OG is going to be ready for a team fight anytime soon. They're probably just going to keep on split pushing. They'll get picked off here and there. It's just about stalling this game out as much as possible. And then the BKB Black Hole, which what there's Lasso for, and that's really it. And even if he's already BKB black holing, sometimes it can be very tricky to get that Blink Lasso on him if he positions it right.
Right. Roger. Boosting forward with his haste rune, actually manages to land the Fissure, and the TP in from the Furion was perfectly in place. Now this black hole is going to stall, but there's no damage behind it. The damage is coming, but it's going to be too late to be able to save mid one, but maybe it's not too late to get a kill at least. Kasani, he pops BKB, but he's found by the Bane. A Fiend's Grip stops him. That's going to be stopped in turn by the Fissure. Still having his BKB up, he's going to get a little distance away until a Sonic Wave meets both him and the Earthshaker, pushes him into the open hands of the Monkey King. That is a dominating streak and a godlike streak. That's a lot of gold they just fed away.
Yeah. Godlike streak's only giving 650 gold. That still takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
Just, you're down 10k and you end a godlike streak. That's the past. That's like, okay, 1k gold right there. But at first look, I'm like, is this black hole really the right play to make? But absolutely. Like, the whole OG team was converging on that lane, and now they've got some bottom lane problems, but Sumail's got the tools to get out of it. Still had the Yule Scepter if he needed it, but yeah, what looked like a very questionable black hole became very apparent as to why he was just biding time for his team to show up. So even though he was inevitably going to die once it ended, the rest of his teammates could clean up.
They've got to be careful. Funnick, hot on his trail. Thompson, though, is able to just leap away with ease. Cast range, man. Insanity.
Yeah. And that's with the nerf, the 20% reduced cast range. So Sumail's got Desecute up. He's got a lot of farm on his Void Spirit now. Definitely going to be eyeing off jumping on the back lines, killing the Oracle to start these fights off. Roger will find Bane with a Fissure.
Nick's running in, no tail.
Oh, they called Thompson. They broke his tree.
Oh no! The broken tree leads to him being orchided, no BKB, and not a good way to get out of that trap. Looks like No Tail was able to get away. That's because HellRaisers' focus was on a better target.
Yep. Just good spidey senses. Kasani, I don't think he ever actually saw him in the trees. He just kind of guessed, and maybe they'd seen him in the lane, so they find the pick-off, and HellRaisers have taken all these out of towers. I don't think going high ground is the easiest thing in the world. They're kind of looking at probably Aegis #2 as their big item timing.
Gotcha. Just keep on. I mean, they have to split push.
Yeah.
It's not like you can just not do that at all, but it is leading to a lot of pickoffs here. Sumail, though, simultaneously finding pickoff on Miposhka, and BKB. They do still have the Fiend's Grip. Nyx gets out of range of No Tail, and I'm not sure if he really wants to go for that anyway. Nyx is very tanky. It would take a long time to kill this man.
Yeah, probably just happy to have forced out what was his 10-second BKB. So definitely a game where once that gets down to 5 seconds, there is that potential to really kite him with all the spells and slows and stuns on the OG side. So
AC completed for Kasani, plus he's got a Paladin Sword. Oh, Thompson! He leaps right into him! He charged it up right as the Nature's Prophet completed his teleport in, so then he was just kind of stuck. He may still be able to survive off the Wukong's command, but that added armor is not enough to keep Thompson alive.
It's been a rough one for Thompson.
Okay. Not what they thought it was going to be. Fiend's Grip does still help them get the kill onto Funnick. That Fissure was not enough to stop him.
Yep. OG's doing a good job stalling this game out, buying time to get their next couple of items. Problem is, HellRaisers is not just keeping up, they're keeping ahead. So for every item Void Spirit gets, Thompson, slowly completing his, it's HellRaisers completing like an extra item, plus finding more kills.
Yeah, you could see the win probability. It's getting up there quite heavily, and it may have dipped down a little bit recently. As you said, it feels like HellRaisers, they're just out farming them a bit. OG is forced to do a lot of dangerous split pushing just to get any sort of farm. Otherwise, they'll find HellRaiser encroaching deeper and deeper on their side of the map and soon be locked out of leaving their base entirely.
And that's the key thing for OG. They're dying and giving away these kills, but they're always on the HellRaiser side of the map, so
Yeah.
They're not losing... Well, I mean, they've already lost all their towers, but they're not taking any damage on their tier 3 towers or putting themselves in a vulnerable position where HellRaisers may attempt to break high ground or anything.
Sumail is certainly, oh, look at that. He does the chaining Aether Remnant. You can have 2 out at a time, and if you are a little bit lucky and quite good, you can chain them up. Nyx, he gets pulled in by 1. The last one's going to go down. Echo Slam onto 2. They're going to make sure no chance to get out the BKB for this Enigma. No game-changing black hole here. The ensnare or bash or something. Nope, Saksha just dies to good old-fashioned physical damage. He goes down, so do 3 others of OG. And HellRaisers, once again, winning fights without losing heroes. They're going to find even Sumail. Could this be a wipe? Yule Scepter is still up for Sumail, so he can take off this Orchid and an Astral Step away, but he's caught by Miposhka. Really nicely done. Uses his Fortune's End on the Cyclone. It cuts him down, but they still can lock him down quite long enough. Now he's out of mobility spells, though. No more Dissimulation, no more Astral Steps, no more places to run. OG lose 5.
Yeah, OG thought they had an opening, but Blink Echo Slam catches mid 1 before he can BKB. It was a perfect initiation. I think they know the only way they lose a team fight is the Enigma BKB Black Hole, so any opportunity Shaker gets to initiate with Blink Echo on the Enigma, even if that was Enigma was solo, I think it was a 2-hero Echo Slam in the end, he would happily take it. There it is, Blink Echo onto 2. The lasso was actually there, so Funnick had already dealt with the Enigma problem, and then Roger's like, let's just make sure we get this kill.
Yeah.
They pummel everything into that Enigma. They know the Void Spirit alone doesn't have the damage to win a fight. This is not a true hard carry hero. You can get all the items in the world. Sumail's trying to be that right-click carry with Deso, but you're just not going to match up against a Troll with items, or the Nature's Prophet even is a better scaling carry.
And so for the second round of Roshan, this now means HellRaisers all but assured victory here. A 94-6 advantage, according to Dota+. Miposhka out and about, a little bit of a lark here, trying to D-ward. Does get put an end to that by OG, who now look for a little bit more. They have to sleep. A buyback immediately from Miposhka. As he TP's onto the shrine, he's going to try and be here to be able to bail out Nyx, but maybe Nyx doesn't need it. He's beating Tops into a pulp right now. The Fisher comes down onto 3. Beautifully done. There goes that Aegis, though, the second life of the Troll. They'll be here to make sure the fight is well indeed won. 3 dead on the side of OG, and a Yule Scepter catches 1 more. Sumail bumped forward by the Flame Break, but now an Orchid from Kasani. Yeah, the Essence Ring that'll keep him alive a little bit longer. A Yule Scepter from himself. Still has the Astral Step to be able to jump away, Dissimulate to be able to dodge the Fortune's End. He went downwards. The Fortune's End follows him, though. That last... Nope, no Astral Step. He already used it, so that is it. Once again, we just cannot get far enough away from this hyper-mobile team of HellRaisers.
Great buyback, Kasani. Like, the Troll has an Aegis there, so even if that Fiend Script goes full duration and kills the Aegis, I think HellRaisers is probably fine with the rest of the team showing up, but by buying back keeping it, he instantly cancels it, allows Nyx to just turn ulti, kill some supports, and make it a very straightforward fight.
No tail, push back in, dies and dies again. 2 heroes way ahead of everybody else. Kasani and Nyx, they're farmed to the gills, and they can quite easily force this, take Megas. There's no tier 2 off the top lane. They're going to try and throw down repair kits to slow this out, but still another 20 seconds until Sumail can enter into the fight, and it's so hard for them to take 5-on-5s. They may not even get that 5-on-5 as a pick off onto mid 1. Funnick sees his opportunity. Abyssal play forward. Nyx is going to make sure that No Tail dies again and again and again. Saxa is able to blink away, but that will not stop HellRaisers from taking your buildings. Thompson watches on high, bounces away into the trees, TP's back to his fountain. Double repair kits onto the tier 4s. Okay, Echo Slam though onto 2. Roger, he found his opening. Is there the follow-up though? Kasani, he teleported in, activates his Orchid. Yule Scepter going out, and they do have the Nyx ultimate going down somewhere farther below, but it's the 2 right next to the fountain that seemingly had not much of a prayer. Kasani, he does so much damage, and with the help of the stuns from Roger, they're able to make sure Thompson does not stay alive. They take down the tier 4s, the thrones soon to follow.
Yep, this one all but done and dusted. The Troll looking for that one last Sumail kill. May not find it. Yep, gets the root, so Sumail unable to Astral Step back to his fountain, and this game is over. GG's are called. We're going to another game 3. HellRaisers with a dominant, convincing victory despite a shaky top lane.